Alright, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to learn how to epoxy Pecky Cedar, and it's going to turn out just like this. That's what we're going to do. Stay tuned.
Alright, so interesting note about this type of wood. It's called Pecky Cedar. Basically it's cedar that as it's growing it gets infected by a fungus, and that fungus creates these cavities within the tree itself, and it's called Pecky Cedar. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I made a couple of shelves before, and I'm going to make another one. We're going to take a wire wheel, as you see here, clean it all out as best we can, and then we're going to do some penetrating epoxy to seal it up before I do the regular pour.
We got it pretty clean up in here with the old wire brush action. Try to clean all these little fellas out of here. It's not perfect, and because there's no way we can get everything out of there, what we're going to do is we're going to get some of this penetrating epoxy here. We're going to mix this guy up here, add it into this little fella here. Now this Pecky Cedar grows like this, and it's infected with a fungus, and that fungus rots these sections out. So what we're going to do is hit it with some penetrating epoxy, so we'll eliminate as many bubbles as we can when we pour the epoxy. This will help seal it up as much as possible. Alright, let's get it.
Alright, you can see I'm mixing up some penetrating epoxy. I want to seal up as many of the cavities and the wood grain itself, because if you've ever worked with cedar, especially Pecky Cedar, it's extremely porous, and I don't want the color in my deep pour epoxy pour to bleed in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm hitting it with some penetrating epoxy, and I've got my form set up. I'm setting it down inside of there, setting up my little pieces of wood that's going to hold it down. I need to hold it down because it will float, and I've had that happen before. And you can see I like this type of color. It reminds me of like an ocean blue, maybe from the Caribbean. And I typically wouldn't use this type of color in here, but I thought, you know what? I did black last time. Let's do blue. Let's go bold. And she is bright, as you can tell, and it's actually going to turn out all right. I put it probably about a gallon. I did several pours on this to build that up. It kept.
Okay, update time. I just popped this guy out of the form. As you can see, the top here, fully. That's where I had it pushed down with a little piece of wood just to hold it down while it was, because they'll float if you don't. And my form here, it popped right off. It was good. I just used some Tyvek tape and I caulked the edges. Oh, good. Now on the bottom, got a little problema. We're gonna have to fill that hole. Oh, we can just fill it after I'm done planing it, I guess. We'll run this guy through the planer. See what she looks like. See how bad it is. That's interesting. Alright, little update here. So I jointed, I ran some of the joiner. We got it all squared up. I filled some of the holes. I consider this the top, I guess. Still need a little bit more fill in here. Not too much. And we're going to take these edges down. Same thing on the back. I had a couple here I had to fill. If you want to call it the back or whatever. There it is. You still have to run a router on it, sand it, finish it. It's getting close. Getting close. Yeah, looking good. Still got a little bit of fill here to work. A little bit here. Not a lot, just a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of pretty, huh? It's all jointed up nice. Looking good. Just need to round over. Do some more fill in it. Fill it up. Then we can go ahead and finish it up and see what she looks like when she's all finished. She's looking good so far. All right, here we are. Pour number 2. Fill that hole. Fill that void. I have no idea how that escaped us, but we will fix. We will fix.
All right, as usual, I have to go back and fill in several of the holes. This was, I call this the top side one. And what I did is I filled it, and then it shrunk amazingly, and I had to keep refilling it. But eventually, we got it filled. And then we do a little router and sander action, and everybody's favorite. Everybody loves to see the sander work. But yeah, do a little router action. Did a quarter. I think I did an 1/8 inch all the way around, something like that. And sanding, and basically that's what we did until we got it down. I think I went down to 220, 320 grit. Then we hit it with some more epoxy. I came over the top of it with another, basically a flood coat, even though I use a deep pour epoxy. I feel that the deep pour epoxy would give it the rigidity that type of wood would need, because it's really soft. And you can see that I'm just applying it. I just rub it in with my hands, just let it soak it in real well.
Finish on this thing. Look at this guy. Really kind of loud and proud here. Super cool colors. Very loud. May not be for everybody, but it is pretty cool. Very nice. Beautiful colors. Well, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching me make this beautiful shelf. And like, subscribe, and share the video. I mean, we like making different things. And the more you like and subscribe, the more things we can make. Appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, take care.